Hey soul family, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So today we are going to be doing a very interesting collective reading, 12-12 as I say that. Alright, 12-12 on the clock. So today we are doing a collective reading for Navratri. Okay, Navratri is a very auspicious and a prominent Hindu festival that is celebrated every year with much fervor and enthusiasm across various parts of India, where I am from. I'm from Mumbai, India. The 9-day festival is devoted to honoring goddess Durga in her 9 forms. The term Navratri is derived from the Sanskrit word Nava, which means 9, and Ratri, which means night. Thus, Navratri translates to 9 nights. Alright, the dates of Navratri are from October 15th to October 23rd. Okay, and I'm just going to give you a glimpse of the history of this particular festival that we have. Okay, the Navratri that falls in the month of October is called the Shrad Navratri. Okay, Shrad Navratri usually falls in the lunar month of Ashwin, which falls in the Gregorian month of September and October. The 10th day after Navratri is called the Dashehra or Vijaya Dashami. This day celebrates the victory of good over evil. It is symbolized by the goddess Durga's triumph over the buffalo demon Mahishasura. Okay. In many parts of North India, the Dashehra also commemorates Lord Rama's victory over the demon king Ravana. Lord Rama worshipped goddess Durga for 9 days in order to seek her blessings for the destruction of Ravana. On the 10th day, armed with her blessings, Rama killed Ravana. This day is celebrated as the Dashehra. In whichever way it is celebrated, the theme of good prevailing over evil remains the same. For example, in West Bengal, Navratri culminating in Durga Puja is a significant event with grand idols of the goddess being worshipped and then immersed in water on the last day. Navratri is also observed to worship the goddess Durga, who is seen as the manifestation of the universal mother, goddess, and embodies power, which is Shakti. Over the 9 nights, different forms of goddesses are worshipped. Different forms of the goddess are worshipped. Each night of Navratri is dedicated to a distinct form of Durga. Okay, so what are the 9 forms of Durga, my loves? The day 1 is celebrated as Shailaputri. Okay, day 2 is Brahmacharini. Day 3 is Chandraghanta. Day 4 is Kushmanda. Day 5 is Kandamata. Day 6 is Katyayani. Day 7 is Kalaratri. Day 8 is Mahagauri. Day 9 is Siddhi Datri. Okay. Also, during the festival, the devotees engage in fasting, night-long vigils, and festive celebrations. Many observe a strict vegetarian diet as well. Many go on a fast. Devotees indulge in Garba and Dandiya Ras, which is different forms of dance in India. Devotees worship the goddess Durga twice a day during the morning and evening. They chant mantras, offer prayers, and make offerings of flowers, fruits, and sweets. Durga Puja is celebrated with elaborate pandals and processions. On the 8th and 9th days of Navratri, 9 young girls are worshipped as representatives of the 9 forms of goddess Durga. The girls are offered food, gifts, and blessings. This is called Kanya Puja. So, collective, as you can see, right? This is such a beautiful festival honoring the divine feminine, the divine goddess, the divine Shakti within all of us. It's not just based on female, because it is a divine feminine energy that is within the divine masculine energy as well, you know. So this is talking about victory over evil, victory of good over evil, right? And it is how a feminine energy, a feminine, divine feminine power, Shakti, transforms and victors over the demons, victors over the internal dialogue, you know, that we have when we feel defeated, when we feel bogged down by life, when we feel like we are struggling, when we are going through ups and downs. This is a defeat of that. This is a defeat of us feeling non-significant, because no matter what you do, you have a humongous significance in life, right? And how do you have that significance? Is by doing good for people, is by being kind to people, is by giving, being charitable when you are in the position to do so, and not abusing the power that you have, right? Because as we can see, there are gods and goddesses who had that power, but when that power is used for good, it triumphs over every evil that you can imagine, right? And that takes love, that takes Shakti, that takes immense amount of strength to be able to defeat that devil within us, that devil within all of us that tempts us into shortcuts, that tempts us into lying, cheating, stealing, you know, things like that. We all have it within us. We all have a shadow side, right? And this festival is an external representation of us and our good side triumphing over the evil within us, within all of us. All right. So this is the most beautiful festival. I mean, personally, I can say that even though I'm from India and I'm from the Indian culture itself, I've never really been drawn to the festivals, the traditions until now. Now like there's a different pull that I have towards these things, and I don't know why. It's just my own feminine journey that's leading me towards being drawn to these festivals and the traditions and the culture and things like that. Before that, I was more into the Western culture, understanding the Western culture more, what entails the Western culture, how do they move, because as an Aquarius myself, I'm very, very curious about those things, very curious about what is not in my culture, and why is it not here, and what is the significance, what is the difference between that. And so I never really looked at my own culture and the richness within that. And now that I'm discovering that slowly and steadily, I'm learning a lot more about it, and I feel a lot more whole, because I'm trying to kind of basically round up my knowledge, round off my knowledge, rather than only favoring one over the other and not looking at the significance of everything, right, as a part of unity. So I'm unifying within myself through this, all right? And so are you, collective, who's watching me right now. So now we're going to get into the collective reading. This is going to be a very, very power-packed reading. So get your tea, get your coffee, get your popcorn, whatever it may be, and just relax wherever you are. And let's dive into this reading, because we are going to do some very interesting reading today, okay, about Navratri, because it is beginning now, and we are going to see how this is going to, affect all of us. And we just had an eclipse, okay? And usually we don't have an eclipse right during the Navratri or before the Navratri, right? And this time we had the eclipse on 14th of October, and then 15th of October our Navratri starts, right? So this is a very, very auspicious time for all of us, okay, to be able to triumph over anything that is evil in our lives, anything that is destructive in our lives, anything that is causing turmoil, causing a sense of loss, or making us feel like we are insignificant in some way, or having a lot of blockages in terms of how we manifest and things like that, okay? So we are going to see how this is manifesting, all right? First, I'm going to pick my Wild Goddesses Oracle, and we are going to see what the goddesses have to say, okay? The forms of goddesses have to say to us. What the goddess energy has to say to us, okay, for this beautiful auspicious energy that we are stepping into. Spirit, please come through. Goddesses, please come through. Shakti, please come through in this reading and guide my collective on what changes are manifesting. What do we need to know right now about this beautiful auspicious period of time, this period of purification, of fasting, of letting go, of finally recognizing our value, our worth, our journey on this planet. Goddess Shakti, Goddess Parvati, Goddess Sati, Goddess Kali, please come through. We have the shaman. Wow, oh my goodness, beautiful. Let's get a few more. Goddess, please come through. I just smile looking at that card. I don't know, like, there's so much power surging through in that card. We have the Escapist. Let's get one more. All right, we have the Mermaid and we have the Dreamer. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Manifestor. Look at that. Look at that. I love that. Okay. So, collective, what am I getting for us? First of all, the shaman energy. The goddess is letting you know that you are stepping into a shamanic initiation of your soul right now. Okay? You're learning how much of a shaman you truly are. We all are, as a collective. We are learning our shamanic powers. What is a shaman? A shaman is someone who can basically traverse through dimensions. Okay, dimensions of their own self, first of all. There are a lot of initiatory processes that a shaman has to go through, like going through a period of isolation, going into sweat lodge, where they are alone in the forest, maybe with one guru, and they're going through their process of purging of past lives, purging of the internal demons, things like that. They're purging it out, they are letting it go, they are excreting it out, they're puking it out, vomiting it out, right? And that is just like an external representation of the internal purification and cleansing that is happening right now for the collective, right? So some of you could be going through bouts of a different kind of maybe menstrual cycle for my feminines here, for my females here that are watching. You could be experiencing a different kind of a cycle. Some of you are literally building a new sacral chakra. I'm hearing like a rebirth of your sacral chakra. Okay. So with this energy, there are some powerful downloads that are coming through into the collective in terms of how it is that we can cleanse and purify ourselves. Okay. Especially towards our internal challenges that we have, where we lack a belief on ourselves, we lack a belief on our future, on what we can achieve, on what we can manifest in our life, what we can dream into being, right? What we don't realize is that we are truly mermaids and mermaids out here, okay? And that we have the ability not only to be in our emotions and to share emotions with others with a pure and an open heart, but we also have the ability to be grounded and stable and walk on land, right? And experience the beauty of land, experience the diversity of land, the diversity of cultures, the diversity of education, the diversity of subjects. Even though we are unified, we are one, there's so many things to experience on this planet. And especially when we become like a know-it-all, when we become like someone who, is an expert of everything, and we don't leave much room for us to learn. We get bored of things easily, we take things for granted, we escape, right? When we try to escape the present moment and we try to only live in the worst moments of our past, we only tend to exaggerate the bad that has happened to us, not realizing that the good always triumphs the bad, right? With this festival here, Navratri, when we don't realize the significance of that, we are escaping the most precious moments of our lives. We are escaping the present moment, which is a gift. It's a present to us. It's a gift to us, right? And we are escaping that. So the goddesses are here to make us realize that we are now stepping into this beautiful feminine power within us. This feminine power of not... So like I was saying, my loves, that the collective is realizing that we don't have to escape our emotions in order to manifest our dreams. We have to feel it fully, right? We are the mermaids, we are the mermen, but we are also gifted with the ability to be on land. That's what we are realizing as a collective, that we can have the wildest adventures by manifesting those adventures in our life, by manifesting the dreams that we have, the goals that we have in our lives, right? In our dreams. Like, suppose, collective, you feel that somewhere you have big dreams, but some of you can get blocked in that. You could feel like it is too big for me to manifest, so I might rather escape the dream by going to a 9-to-5, by doing my thing, for example, right? And just pushing through without realizing that you're actually not living your soul purpose, which is internally, it's kind of corroding at you. It's tainting you. It's making you feel like you're not in the present moment. So when you get done with the 9-to-5, you have to drink, you have to escape in order to forget about the day, in order to, then live another day in the same mindset. Because again, there's this survival mindset that we have as a collective, right? Whenever we have certain financial issues, financial blockages and things like that. So we are realizing that we can actually break through that barrier by dreaming and purifying and cleansing ourselves as the shamans that we are being initiated into, as being a shaman, and purifying, cleansing, detoxing ourselves. For example, some of you could have started some kind of a juice cleanse, you could have started some kind of a workout and exercise regime, because we just had Pluto direct a few days ago, or something like that. And we also had an eclipse in Libra, like I said. So another, I'm forgetting another transit that happened, which is also a key in this. Pluto direct, eclipse in Libra, there's another transit that happened. But regardless, right, we are learning that we are the shamans of our lives, that we have to feel it to heal it, that we have to feel into what we are doing rather than just doing it by escaping, what we truly want. We have been turned against ourselves, collective, and we are seeing how to purge and heal and transform ourselves from that reality, from that conditioning, from that programming, right? Because we have big dreams, we have big goals, we want to manifest so many things in our lives, and we have been gifted with such a beautiful planet with diverse religions, diverse cultures to learn from, diverse systems to learn from, right? And when we open ourselves up to that, rather than being a know-it-all, rather than thinking that, there's nothing more than a cubicle that you have to go for a 9-to-5 and then come back and escape from that, drink and go to bed and do the same thing again on a hamster wheel. We are not just born for that. We are born for much more. We are born for dreaming. We are born for being the mermaids, the mermen. We are born for, learning how to be in the present moment, because the present moment itself is a present. It's a gift to us. Not escaping that, but completely embodying the moment, and to be able to see what needs cleansing, what needs purging, what needs releasing, what needs to be let go of in order to triumph over the evil in our lives, in order to triumph over the negativity in our lives, be it in our own mind or be it because of in our own mind it manifesting outside of us, right? So how are we manifesting? That's what the collective is learning right now with the manifesto here at the bottom of the deck. How are we manifesting? What are we manifesting? Because we are the co-creators in this world. We create what we think of, we create what we feel. And when we have been traumatized, when we have not healed ourselves, when we have not cleansed ourselves, we tend to manifest those blockages, those traumas that have been caused and that have wounded us in the process, right? Be it us meeting narcissists and them destroying our lives, be it us meeting shrewd business bosses, who just want to be a taskmaster in our lives and not care about our well-being and our opinions and what we want, but rather only their own profits and their own gain and their own benefits. And the end of selfishness has to come so that we can harmonize together, so that we can create a culture or create a unity, amongst people rather than a separation. And for that unity to occur, we have to understand that we are manifesting what we see out in the world. No matter how much you don't want to take responsibility for that, it's you who's dreaming, it's you who's creating, it's you who's feeling, it's you who's healing or not healing, and that is creating everything outside of yourself. So are you creating a life that you have to escape from? Are you creating a life that you have to kind of look away from, or maybe you get done with whatever you're working on, but you're still not fulfilled, so again you're escaping from that? Or you're studying a subject because your mom and dad and your family has done the same subject and they have this ego about them that even my child has to do the same thing as me, and when the child breaks the rules, it goes against the norm, so you follow that based on your culture and tradition, to the point that it's hard for you to think outside the box, it's hard for you to think about what else could be out there, and you become that prideful, you become the know-it-all because now you followed through your family's traditions, not understanding what else is out there, right? So you put yourself in a box. And Spirit is saying that you are dreamers. You can align with your higher self. You can purge all the negativity and create your dream reality, because you are the gods and goddesses yourselves. The gods and goddesses are within you, right? They are within you. The mermaids are within you. The dreamer is within you. But are you escaping the reality because somewhere you want something to escape to, because what you have created as a reality is not matching your dream, is not matching your desires, is not matching your true ultimate goals, right? And for that, you have to be the shaman and cleanse yourself, detox yourself, detox your emotions, detox your thoughts. See what the thoughts are. Are they even yours, or are they coming from some kind of a negative source? Can you cleanse that source? Can you observe that source, right? Going to the roots of the evil, not only in the outside of the world, but also on the within, inside of yourself. Sometimes you also overgive, right? You overgive to people, and then you have to escape the fact that you were good to someone and that person took advantage of you, not knowing that you were at fault for not having boundaries when you gave, right? And that giving and overgiving came from your own place of trauma, right? And then you escaping that is not going to help it heal. You're only going to attract more people who are escaping you, or more people who are escapists, or more people who are looking at the other side of things because they are not fulfilled within. So they look to escape, they look to substances, they look to distractions, they look to doing something else rather than being in the present moment. And the collective is realizing this, There's a lot of dreams that we are having, vivid dreams, vivid realizations about us being mermaids, or us being in the water, underwater, or us also processing our emotions through our dreams. A lot of heavy emotions are being processed through the dreams right now, of how much we have had to escape our emotions because we've had to look strong in front of the world. We've had to portray an image of, everything is good, everything is kosher out here, right? But internally we are breaking down, right? So I'm just going to read a little bit from the dictionary about the meaning of shaman, because that's what I channeled from the shaman card, but let's see. So it says here, a person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits. Wow, collective, look at that. I mean, I was just talking about Navratri and what the significance of Navratri is on our lives, of triumph over good and evil. But for that, first we have to know what is evil, what is good within us, right? And sometimes evil can also turn out to be good, because the evil teaches how to be good and the importance of good and the significance of good, right? It does teach you if you really observe it deeply. It does, right? But again, maybe it's too early for me to say that, because maybe many of you are not on that precipice of realizing that yet, because you have not observed that yet. So some of you need to do that. Some of you need to observe the evil in your life, or the difficulties or the negativity in your life, as something that is actually fueling your growth towards positivity, towards positive people, positive circumstances, because now you realize that being in that negative cycle has only brought you agony, pain, trauma, right? And when that trauma happens, it automatically leads you to craving something that is better for you, something that can heal you, something that can be a medicine to you when you're wounded, right? Whenever you're wounded, you immediately look for the medicine, and the shaman is providing that medicine right here by you understanding what is good and what is evil based on your life, based on your observation, your mentality. Okay, so a person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits. So that is what we as a collective are heading into. We are becoming shamans in our lives, so that we don't have to escape either good or evil, but we face it head on. We transform it head on. We don't have to run from our emotions. We don't have to run from our dreams. We don't have to run from our healing, but we face it head on, because that is what will level us up to the next level, right? So collective, you are going to have an influence in a world of good and evil spirits, okay? And such people typically enter a state of trance during a ritual, practice, divination and healing. Okay, so some of you could be learning about past life regression. Some of you could be learning about different healing modalities, or you want to enter into it, you want to teach it. Some of you could be learning energy medicine healing. Some of you could be processing a lot in your dreams, like I said, intense, vivid, emotional dreams that are coming up, and those are your fears that are coming up because you are escaping the reality that you are in. You're not understanding the good and evil within your life. Okay, I am not saying first look at yourself. You can also look in your life externally and see what the external manifestations of the internal good and evil are first. Gauge that, write it down, and then go within, do some meditation, right? Because then some feelings will come up, some deep traumas will come up to the surface to be healed. And that's when you will realize that all along you were actually escaping this part of yourself that actually needed your attention, so that you could literally heal them and level up and have an influence over the good and evil. You're no longer in duality anymore. That's what the shaman is initiating you into. You know, the goddess Shakti is initiating you into this. Okay, beautiful, my loves. So wow, I didn't expect the messages to be so deep, but here we are, right? And we are now going to see what demons are we literally defeating. Okay, what demons are we defeating within ourselves? Okay, because the demons also are doing a service to us, right? The negativity and the dark energy and the bad energy, even though how cruel and how bad and how destructive it could be, it's actually designed to service and to allow the goodness to thrive and to know its power and to survive, and to understand that it can triumph over the evil by healing themselves, by going within, by up-leveling and understanding that not everyone is going to understand you as a person, but when you understand yourself, when you pour into yourself, when you love yourself, automatically the evil outside you, the bad outside you, the negativity outside you slowly starts escaping you. It starts escaping your life, because it cannot survive in that energy, that power that you hold, that power that now you command in your life over the good and evil. You're not good and evil anymore. You have gone beyond that, right? You're not escaping it anymore. So first you have to go beneath in order to go beyond. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so how are you defeating, and what are you defeating? What demons are you defeating within? Let's see, collective. So Spirit, please tell me, what demons is the collective defeating in this auspicious period of Navratri right now? We have the, oh my God, that's a powerful demon right there. Okay, you have the Emperor right there. Let's see. Spirit, please tell me, what demon are we defeating in our lives right now? What demons are we defeating internally in our lives right now? We have the person. Okay, what demons are we defeating in our lives right now? We have Bathin. Okay, this one wants to come out as well, so we'll take it. Okay, all right. So what demons are we defeating, collective, as the goddess and the Shakti within us is rising in order to face our own internal demons, right? I'm going to tell you, our internal demons have been extremely sexual as of right now. Okay, as a collective, we have been pursuing a relationship or a situation or a connection or love based on our lust, on our passion, and the passion is driving everything. Our passion, our heat, our sexuality, our lust for desires is what is driving our desires right now. Okay. Now, I'm not saying anything is good and bad, okay, because everything is subjective here. The first thing that I'm getting is when we are approaching something with that passion and heat to the point where it becomes lustful or it becomes like a craving, right? It's like a craving, like when you want a drug, right? And you constantly consume that drug, it's like you have a passion to have it again. But the more you have it with that passion, the less effective it becomes, because now you are kind of immune to it, right? That's what I'm hearing is what the collective is learning how to kind of master and triumph over, is the ability to be into the craving so much that it leads them into destruction, it leads them into chaotic situations, it leads them into escapism, right? The demons that cause escapism, the demons that cause a separation, you know, between you and others, based on objectifying others, based on objectifying your goals, your desires, and only, hold on one second, my mic just fell, so yeah. Objectifying our goals and desires to the point where we are doing it because of the power that it can bring us. We are pursuing a person because of the power they can bring us. We are pursuing a goal because of the power that it can bring us, you know, the money that it can bring us, the abundance that it can bring us, blah, 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 right? Although internally we are trying to escape something, right? What are we escaping? We are escaping our own internal state of feeling not good enough, feeling like that we are defeated in life, because we have heard our parents say that, you know, you're not good enough. We have heard our friends bully us. We have heard our, you know, partners in relationships abuse us, traumatize us, or criticize us, right? That inner critic that comes from your partners or your parents. We are learning that that is only a control mechanism of the demons. That is only a control mechanism to keep you trapped in your escapism. That is only here to control you through your dark desires into marrying in money, marrying in power, marrying in an elite society, right? Or wanting elite things, or wanting branded things, or whatever it may be. This demon manifests itself in your relationships, in your sexual connections, and objectifying those things, okay? Objectifying a relationship on what it can bring you, money, power, success, objectifying your sexual passions and who you are giving your sexual energy to based on how much power you can get, right? And seeing love as a way of impressing the person because you can get that power from that person, or you can get that name or fame from that person, or you can get whatever they have worked hard on you just by sexually giving yourself to another person, right? That is what we are learning as a collective, which is deep collective, because we are learning the value of what love truly means for us, and how much we have actually escaped the frequency of love and the frequency of healing because we have wanted these things, because we have wanted power and control, right? Because we have wanted to basically be in that state of keeping ourselves in that hamster wheel of patterns, of, again, controlling a relationship, wanting a relationship to be sexual or sexually natured, which will eventually lead to love, right? Or some of them only wanting something sexual and then discarding the person. Why? Because again, none of us have truly experienced deep love and true love. And what is deep love and true love, collective? What is it? Deep love and true love is when you feel safe to be with that person, when you feel like you can be comfortable, when you can let your emotions flow, like this mermaid here around the water, right? She's sitting comfortably here, knowing that she can dive in, but she's also on land, right? So she is grounded in her emotions. Similarly, the collective is learning how to be grounded in their emotions and not let their emotions control them to the point where you lose your identity in a relationship, you lose yourself in a relationship, but know how to be safe, right? With this comfortable lady sleeping on this pillow, like knowing how to be safe within each other's company, knowing how to be vulnerable, grounded, yet open and transparent, yet needing space and having distance and stepping back and learning the ebbs and flows of that, rather than escaping a relationship, rather than escaping the deep talk that you need to have about your lives and about your goals and what you want, and being truthful and honest about that, you know, without fear of judgment, without fear of anyone controlling you based on what you're sharing, or someone else wanting to control your authenticity and things like that. See, once you heal yourself, you will not attract these kind of demons. But first, you have to see where these internal demons are affecting you. Where are you escaping these demons within you, which I just spoke about? where you want relationship for power, where you want sexual connections because it gratifies you temporarily, but it's not giving you ultimate fulfillment, yet you think that that's the only way to go because you have a lot of power, so you have to control it and you have to tame it, right? And for the other aspect of people who are overly giving and overly, wanting to love another person, but what they don't realize is that they're coming from a damaged place of not giving to themselves and escaping their own healing, escaping their own self-love journey, keeping their own promises to themselves and working out and taking care of their body and pampering themselves and nurturing themselves, right? They are escaping that by giving that to another person. And how can we stop doing that? How can we stop this toxic relationship pattern of wanting something only for the power and control it can give us, or because of the level of, society praising us for the level that we reach, or, things like that, like superficial reasons for a relationship, superficial reasons for marriage, superficial reasons for lust and passion, because lust and passion itself dies out if you do not want to really get to know a person and not be a know-it-all. And for that, you have to heal yourself. Once you truly heal yourself, you will know true love and you will value true love because you are loving yourself. And you don't need another person to fulfill you or to keep you whole or make you whole, right? So what you're defeating right now with this Navratri and the power of Navratri is that whatever secrets that you have been holding from yourself is coming out. Okay, whatever secret emotions you have been suppressing is coming out through your dreams, through the people around you, their secret desires to control you, to tame you, to pursue you, to threaten you, things like that, to traumatize you. Those people, their demons are coming out for you to face and confront head on rather than escaping it. And not to confront it with anger or with rage or with fighting fire with fire, but fighting fire with love from a distance, having boundaries, right? And observing what's going on. That's what I'm hearing. You don't need to be around a person to love them. Even if someone has traumatized you and you love them, you can love them from a distance. You don't have to be with them in the same area for you to show them that you love them, right? So we are learning these values of where our heart has turned into stone and how can we, again, I'm hearing decalcify it, okay? How can we unfreeze it? Some of you could be traveling as well. Some of you could be hearing some announcements, or some of you could be leveling up in your career, okay? Some of you could be attracting a new love connection in your life, someone who is your true love. But for that, you also have to heal the things that I just spoke about, right? And once you realize this pattern within yourself, you are defeating these demons head on, and that's what they are here for. They are here because they are meant to teach you how to confront your inner self, okay? That's what it is, okay? Beautiful, my loves. Wow. Okay, so what am I gonna get now? Let's get some tarot for you guys. Okay, let's get some tarot. My mom is playing some nice Kali mantra, as I can hear in the house. It feels so beautiful. Some of you need to listen to some mantras right now if you can. Okay, it's gonna help you in basically purging out anything toxic that is within you. Okay, it's gonna help you a lot. Let's see, Spirit. Also, some of you need to purge the idea that if you want to follow your dreams and to manifest what you want, you have to know the answers to what is going to happen if you do so, right? You have to purge the idea. Some of you have a lot of anxiety about what will happen, be it in your career, in your love life as well, in your passions. Like, you want so much control and power over your life that you want to know the answers to everything that's going to happen in the future. And if you don't know that, you're getting paranoid, you're getting stressed, you're not being able to really be in the present moment, but you're constantly escaping to different things, maybe listening to other tarot readers or listening to other, audiobooks or whatever it may be. Like, it's just a form of escape to listen to someone else rather than listen to your own inner shaman, your own inner voice. And Goddess is asking you to listen to her because she's inside of you. She's not external to you, right? Mantras will help you with that as well, okay? Mantras will help you with that, right? All right, let's see. Some of you also have this habit of constantly falling in love and losing yourself, like I said, and others of you have this habit of wanting multiple women or multiple men in your life in order to feel fulfilled. And it's coming from, again, escaping yourself. Escaping the parts of you that make you feel insecure when you are with one person, or escaping learning about one person, because that one person is one world, one universe in itself. But when you are escaping that, it's like you're escaping yourself in a way, okay? And also something about you not finding your true match yet, because You have not been that shaman yet in your life. You have not brought medicine to the demons within you, right? And that medicine can come through love. For you, loving parts of you and shadows of you that wants control, that wants power. It does, of course it does, because it is also a protector of you in a way, okay? Shadows are not bad. Shadows are not, although shadows can, shadows, when we talk about deep and dark shadows, we talk about criminals, murderers, psychopaths, extreme evil, right? But again, it's all there to teach you something, collective. It's all there to teach you something. It's here to teach you a greater level of love. That's what it is, okay? A greater level of love. Empress at the bottom of the deck. Look at that, collective. That's what we're tapping into. We're tapping into our divine mother right now, right? With the Navratri energy. So, Shakti, mother, please come through in our reading and tell us what the collective is dealing with right now. We have Knight of Swords. Yeah, that quickness in thoughts, that quickness in coming to a conclusion, that quickness in wanting to deliver a message and wanting to be heard for what you have to say. That quickness in understanding, with the understanding of truth, the understanding of clarity, the understanding of having a breakthrough in our lives, right? I feel like the collective is swiftly moving into this energy of wanting to tame the demons within, wanting to understand the demons within, wanting to master the demons within, wanting to understand what the truth is about our lives, about our existence, about why we go through what we go through, And there's this major epiphany that's happening here due to that, because we have been feeling stuck for a very long time, stuck in our patterns, stuck in our hamster wheel, stuck in our cycles, and Mother is here to break you off from it. She's here to break you from it, break you from your own agony, your own pain, your own level of being stuck in negative patterns of control, okay? Some of you overgiving from a place of trauma, because again, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because every time you have rushed into decisions and every time you have made decisions in a haste without patience, but you have wanted to grab onto power, grab onto someone, grab onto something in order to feel better about yourself, it's constantly led you in this negative cycle of losing out on things or self-destructive mechanisms where you have destroyed yourself in the process. You've realized that every time you have been impulsive in order to escape from the present moment, no matter where you are in the present moment, be it you are not having money, you're homeless, you have gone through a very excruciating trauma, and now you want to escape, you want someone else to heal you, to help you, to love you. Instantly heading into that has caused another trauma cycle to begin, another painful cycle to begin where you attract another person who is similar to the past person who traumatized you. Right? Any kind of impulsive decision making has led you into this. Any kind of anger issues, any kind of issues which make you feel like you have to attack someone for it. You have to control someone else for it, Control someone else because you want power over their life. You want control over their life. Has led you into the cycle of losing out on your fortune, on your finances, on your stability, right? And you're realizing that, collective. Like, some of you have dealt with such people who have wanted power over you. Some of you have wanted power over others. So you have gone into this and you've realized instantly that bad karma just came onto you. Some of you are seeing bad karma come onto evil people, and I'm saying do not focus on that. Do not focus on what is happening in the person that is doing you wrong. And, because again, we are talking about healing here. We are talking about healing our own generational cycles of abuse and impatience and things like that. We are learning to humble and master ourselves, okay, and provide the medicine of healing to our own auras or our own journey and our own souls here, okay? So we are breaking out of these patterns, this hamster wheel of negativity, constant negativity, right? And again, with the High Priestess here, we are learning the secrets of our own self through this, our higher self through this. High Priestess is teaching us how to be patient, how to be silent about our plans, how to be more cautious with who we share our energy with, based on what we truly want, and reflecting on what we truly want, and whether that is to escape something that we already have by appearing better. So we want to be with a better person financially because we are weak financially and we feel like we are handicapped, so we want someone else to give us that power, but not knowing that the person in power actually is going to control us with that, right? No matter where you are trying to escape from yourself, you're going to constantly attract more tragedy to you if you don't deal with your own internal tragedies. That's what the High Priestess is teaching you, is what is celebration to you? What is a true union for you? Right? Is it based on money? Is it based on power? Is it based on looks? Is it based on anything superficial outside of yourself that makes you feel important and makes you feel whole temporarily, right? Because it looks good on the outside, but how does it feel on the inside? How does it heal on the inside, right? Death, yeah. So a lot of relationships are going through a major death process. A lot of people are really letting go. Yeah, with the hermit, look at that. Mother is making us go inside. There's no doubt about it. There's no freaking doubt about it. Mother is telling us that the more we are hasty about our decisions and we go in this negative karmic cycles and patterns, the more we will realize that whatever it looks like on the outside will never surmount to how we feel on the inside. Even though there are celebrations happening in our lives and we are broken on the inside, but we have to smile on the outside, those days are over, collective. Those days are getting over, period. And we are learning how to kill those aspects within ourselves that have to be superficial and fake in order to impress someone or in order to be like someone else. We are learning who we truly are, what we truly want, what our dreams are all about, what our emotions want in order to feel nurtured and cared for, what we can create in order to never escape it or never want to escape it anymore with drugs and substances. We are learning those things, and it takes time. It takes a lot of ego death. It takes a lot of us recognizing our own internal shadows that we have suppressed for a very long time because we have wanted some level of control on the outside. But what we do not know is when we look within, we then start healing those aspects, and then everything outside aligns with that to the highest of its frequency. And that is by going within with the hermit here and realizing our own hasty patterns, our own immediate reaction to things, which is very karmic in nature, in order to have money and power and control, right? Are we doing it in a healthy way, or are we doing it because we are gratifying something that is only going to eventually lead us to a heartbreak, right? And we're also realizing that there are certain traditions and cultures that have a lot of answers to them, but there are some things that we are also supposed to ask ourselves. Okay, we're not supposed to just blindly listen to anyone or everyone and not have our own experiences confirm that, or our own level of discernment judge that, because that type of judgment is good judgment, right? Where we can discern and we can have clarity in terms of what we intuitively feel and how we can align to them as well. Okay. On a mundane level, though, the collective is also definitely heading towards marriage that is meant to happen with two people who are meant for each other spiritually as well. This marriage, the new type of marriage that I'm seeing that collective is entering, is a marriage which is based on mutual respect, mutual care, mutual support for each other, mutual understanding of each other, respecting. Like I said, the respect is going to be the main thing here in the marriages in the future, where two people respect each other, two people also want their own space in order to process what's going on within the marriage at times, especially if two people have fights or two people have some kind of an argument. They go in their space and they reflect on what's going on and come back stronger as a couple. That's what I'm seeing. Like, it's not going to be that when we are married and we go through a fight or we have a fight, that now we are going to cheat on each other. We are going to show each other who's boss or who's better, or we want open marriages or things like that. No, that's very toxic. And that only happens because, again, we are escaping something within ourselves. And the new marriages that are coming up is marriages based on self-reflection, based on understanding the layers of a person that go very deep. But because we stick to being superficial and surface level, we never really show a person that side of us when we are initially dating or initially meeting each other. We're not really completely, reciprocal with them and transparent with them about certain things, about ourselves, our quirks, certain things that we are embarrassed about ourselves. We don't really open that up to people because we're scared. But that fear is going away, because that fear comes from control and from wanting to have a certain outcome by expressing ourselves in a powerful way or in a way that is more impressive, so that other person can then see you in that way and then favor you in that way. But you need to be favored for who you truly are. You need to be seen as who you truly are, as authentically as possible. And that is the kind of marriages that we are heading into, where we not only are there for each other, but we also go through ego deaths together. We also go through processes of killing each other's egos, going our separate ways, being triggered by what the other person said because it was so true that it pierced our soul in a way, but that's only for our own healing, so that we could apply medicine on that part of ourselves which was already broken in a way, and now that is being healed due to certain traumatic and triggering conversations that we are having with each other. right? Also, the process of death is going to be understood on a deeper level. As a collective, we are going to recognize the process of death as a process of truth, as a process that the divine has given into this experience for us to learn and grow from. Okay? It's going to be understood on a deeper level, is what I'm hearing. Our relationship with death is going to significantly increase. Our relationship with our ancestors is going to grow. Some of you could start having like ancestral altars, or giving your ancestors a lot of love, a lot of, care, and they are going to bless you in return. Okay, so care for your ancestors. They are coming through very strongly in your reading, because they want you to break certain patterns that have no longer served your bloodline anymore. And for that, you have to kill your ego, a part of your ego that is keeping you stuck in that power and control dynamic of wanting to control everything that happens in your life, to the point where you don't allow yourself to feel, you don't allow yourself to heal, and you don't truly allow yourself to step into your complete power, which is not the power of control, because that is an illusion. All you have a control of is on yourself, on your response to things, not on others. So we are releasing that. We are releasing the expectation of trying to control others and wanting an outcome, because all we know is that we can control ourselves. And through that, we are attracting our lover, our soulmate, our partner, who is going to do the same for us, because this is an internal journey. And even if it takes time, it's okay. Because now we don't believe in escapism anymore. We believe in the here and now. And through that, we dream this beautiful life of true love and manifesting that connection in our present moment. Okay? Wow. Deep. All right, collective. So let's see anything else, and then we'll get some advice. Okay. Spirit, please tell me, what is the collective manifesting with this Navratri energy? What is the collective manifesting with the Navratri energy? Some of you will be definitely going for festivities. If you're from India, you're definitely, I see you dressing up in beautiful costumes, saris. Okay. I do see your sleep cycle improving as well. I do see you improving in your communications. I see you upgrading your lifestyle in terms of the job that you do. I see you becoming leaders in your own right, in terms of the positions that you have within your company. Or if you are wanting to become a boss, I see you becoming a great leader in this world. A leader that is very much needed today. Not the kind of superficial leader though. Yeah, you are a gift, collective. Just know that. And you will be given a gift. Okay, someone wants to gift you something as well. Promotion. I was just talking about promotion. Look at that. So someone wants to gift you a promotion. Someone wants to level you up. And that's because you're focusing on leveling yourself up. You are focusing on what it is that truly fulfills you on the inside, that brings a joy, a smile to your face that you have, never felt before. You're tapping into that. You're tapping into anything that is of permanence that you can do for the rest of your life and never look back. You're focusing on that. And the present moment itself is the gift for you to tap into it. Any moment you can do this work. And that's a gift. Right? Any moment. So the collective is learning the energy of being delightful, no matter what the circumstances. Okay? Wow, look at that. We have death, gift of death. Death is a gift. The death of ego, the death of negativity, the death of evil, when we triumph over the evil within, is a gift. The gift of transformation. The gift of understanding infinity by the value of a finite life. Right? Yeah, that's a confirmation. Came from my kitchen. And then we have withdrawal. Yeah, some of you are learning that you need to withdraw in order to kind of go through this process, to understand the gift that you all have been given individually, the gift of breath, the gift of candles, the gift of reaching out to your ancestors, doing your ancestral work, right? That requires a lot of withdrawal, a lot of self-reflection. And this journey is not for everyone, because not everyone is going to want to understand this. But as a collective, if we want to level up, this is the journey. There's no other way. Isolation is the way to go in terms of you really recognizing that the internal gifts that you truly possess. Okay? And that is by letting go of the stress, first of all. Letting go of the stress that kills you. It's a slow poison in your life. Right? Then we have wow, look at that. Look at the unity here. Look at the two people. This looks like an ancestral shrine, and the couple literally praising their ancestors for bringing them together, for having an endless love, a love of infinity, like a love till infinity. I'm hearing like, wow, the couples that are coming through right now, who are going to marry each other or who are going to be with each other, this is not a joke, collective. It's with the gift and wow and death here, it's like the ancestors are bringing you together. And maybe both of you have had to go through this process of unlearning what you have been projected upon for so long, that you started thinking that those control processes, those materialistic needs, and being superficial and being everything that the world wants to see in order for you to feel successful, all of that is an illusion. It's like, it's not true at all, and you have been deluding yourselves. So you have had to like come to a realization of what your truth is. What does it mean for you to be successful, for you to have true love, for you to have the nourishment, and also having a strong relationship with your ancestors, so that you both can humble yourselves to this process of journeying through infinity. And we see a vow here, we see a ribbon tied here. So that tells me that the connections that are coming along right now is going to be based on purity. It's going to be based on deep level of understanding and a promise to each other that will never die. I'm hearing it's a gift that never dies. It lives forever. The promise that lives forever is what I'm hearing. But for that, you had to withdraw from society. You had to recognize your own spiritual gifts, your own shamanic gifts as a shaman, right? And so that you can attract another shaman in your life, someone who does their own healing, someone who takes a vow to provide for you or to nurture you or to care for you, right? And then we have marriage. Do you want me to pull another cards? I mean, I don't even want to, all right? Adventures are over with the adventures in reverse, collective. The adventures are over. Mother wants you to be serious. Shakti, Ma Shakti wants you to understand the values of femininity, of masculinity, of divine femininity, of divine masculinity. Okay? Understand that when you read about gods, when you read about the Navratri and the Durga and the Kali Ma and the Ganpati and the Shiva and Shakti and Parvati, they are all within you. And when you tap into those ideals within yourself, that is when you truly transcend your powers on this earth. You transcend it because they are within you. They are your ancestors. These gods are your ancestors, truly. Right? Shiva and Shakti. This is the marriage of Shiva and Shakti. That's what I'm hearing. You're learning to unite with your true counterpart, your divine counterpart, with a promise that is eternal. You will always come back to each other as twin flames, as soulmates, right? You're always a gift to each other. You will always know how to give and receive with each other. And even though you have your fights and you have your arguments, you will always protect each other. You will always be there for each other. Okay? The promise never goes, even though there are times of withdrawal, there are times of ego death that you bring in each other's lives. You're not doing it based on malice towards each other. You only want to be there and help each other and protect each other through thick and thin. All right? Some of y'all are like, oh my God, seriously? Is it already that time? Yes, it is. Okay. I heard some masculine energies like, you're so right. I'm so done. But are my adventures really over though? I mean, yes, that's what the mother is saying. Okay. Your mother is saying that. So I can't really argue with her, can I? I mean, she decides what goes and what doesn't. So yes. All right. And for my feminines, yes, you have been waiting for this. Okay, some of you have tried to escape it for a very long time by choosing wrong and being in the wrong company at times, or, you know, overgiving and things like that. So you're learning that as well, how to release and let go and truly connect with the person that you are meant to be with. Okay, cleansing yourself, purging yourself. Okay, so since this is what I'm shuffling, let's get a card from this. So Spirit, any advice, Spirit, pertaining to the spread. Any advice pertaining to the spread. Divine Shakti, please come through. Any advice for the collective? Free will. Wow. Mothers like you have the sovereignty, the independence and the free spirit to do whatever you want, even in a union. That's what she's coming through to tell you. That even though you are in a union and you're there with each other, you have a free spirit within you. We all do, collective. We all have a free spirit. But when we choose to play games with ourselves by boxing ourselves in a particular, section, a particular segment to look better, to feel better, or to have a fake crown that looks good on the outside but feels ridiculous on the inside, then you're not making use of your free will in the right way, right? So Mother wants you to know that you have the free will to choose, but every choice has a consequence. Every choice has a consequence in your life, and when you are not sovereign on the inside, when you are not whole on the inside, you attract people who are incomplete or who are traumatized, or who are not ready to self-reflect, right? But only focused on the outside. And that is what creates the karmic patterns. So in order to free ourselves from that constant suffering, we have to learn our own independence, our sovereignty within unions, within a community, our individuality within a community, our individuality within a relationship. That interdependence is what is coming through very strongly, right? So I'm going to read this for you guys, and look at that, we have supernatural at the bottom of the deck. Inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly, right? That's your mother. That's your mother literally coming through. Divine Shakti coming through for you guys, okay? So let me just, I want to read this for you guys. Give me a moment. All right. Let's see. 23. Oh, by the way, zodiac signs could be Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Scorpio is very strong here. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries, Leo as well. Okay. Let me read this now. Okay. Okay. So the blessing of this card is, you know now that to do something against the free will of another, to withhold or to connive to take from another what they need to make a full decision, is a kind of sin. And when one steals the right from another, a bond is developed between the two. Perhaps not immediately, but a reckoning will be made and a debt will be paid. You are considering how best to respect this right while achieving what it is you wish for in this lifetime. Simply respect this law and all that comes to you will bring great blessings. Okay. This is so interesting, collective, because this card itself is saying that although we have free will, every free will choice has a consequence, be it if you use your free will to impose control with this demonic energy of control, right? Emperor energy, that control and dominance over another in order to steal something from them, manipulate them, control them, abuse them. You have immediately made a contract with them where you have to pay them back in one way or another, right? So it's a kind of a sin to do that, and you are responsible for that. Like, that's what the shamanic initiation is maybe some of us have done that in our past lives, and so we got traumatized in this life, and we have to heal that through our ancestral patterns. Some of us are doing that with our free will right now and getting away with it and not realizing that imposing our free will on others is actually creating a contract where we have to pay back later on, right? So that is what the mother is saying. She's warning us that whatever choices you're making, make it with integrity, with sovereignty, with a promise, because every action that you're creating towards another is basically creating either a good karma or a bad karma based on how you're using your free will, okay? Because it's a very great power that you have been given, right? So be careful about that. All right, so working with this is to remind yourself of your own dreams and desires, collective, of the purpose that has asked to be expressed through you. Activate your ability to say yes and no without guilt, without fear. It is safe and easy for you to express and act upon your free will, right? All right, so this is what I have for you, collective. I hope that this reading gave you a lot of clarity, a lot of love, a lot of Divine Mother's insights and wisdom and guidance. She's coming through for you guys and for all of us, okay? And I'm so happy that I was able to do this, because again, this is so beautiful. Vow and marriage. I mean, Mother really wants this for us, okay? And she's uniting people like this. Once you get on that shamanic healing frequency, she's going to align people in your life who are truly meant for you, and it's literally going to change the world, is what I'm hearing, one step at a time, okay? So get on with this, okay? Defeat that internal dialogue of the demons that are trapping you in negative cycles and break away, just like Durga Ma, right? And Kali Ma as well, and Shakti. All right, lots and lots of blessings to you, collective. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot out of it. Do let me know in the comments down below how you felt about this. I really love interacting with you guys on the comments, because it really gives me a lot to know about y'all, and also to discuss with y'all. You know, we are a soul group, so a soul tribe here. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below. All the details are given there. You can also check out my PayPal if you would like to donate to my channel, and you know, giving back gives you 10 times. So that is there. Then we have my Amazon wishlist also in the description box below, and I have Patreon for exclusive picker cards not available anywhere on YouTube. So if you want to check it out, do check it out. All right, my loves. So thank you so much, my loves.